Have you ever walked out of a meeting thinking, yes, nailed it, they definitely got the message, only to discover that days later, nothing actually landed? Tasks went sideways, expectations were missed, and maybe the client even got upset, or completely worse, a project derailed in a missed opportunity altogether. All because somewhere in that crucial conversation, your message wasn't just lost, it was never really heard in the first place. So here's the harsh truth. Most leaders dramatically overestimate how clearly they can actually communicate. I'm probably one of them. And it costs them time, deals, morale, even reputations, and like I mentioned before, massive opportunity loss. So today I'm going to pull back the curtain on the 9 most powerful battle-tested ways to ensure clarity and understanding in every single crucial conversation. And yes, I said it like that for a reason. Why? Because we're talking about communication. So if you lead people, if you sell, if you manage, or if you just want better outcomes in business and life all around, this will be your unfair advantage. But before we get into the tactics here, let's expose the real reason communication fails, even among the smartest people in the room. So think about this. How many times have you said something so perfectly clear only to have it widely misinterpreted? Here's the secret. Communication is never just about transmitting words from me to you. It's literally about ensuring those words are received, deciphered, and internalized with precision by the other party. But here's the kicker. Our own brain actually tricks us. We assume that if we say it, well, they'll get it. But if every person has a unique lens, which they do, a filter made up of their own experiences, emotions, biases, and even their personality type. It's like sending a text in English, but it lands on someone else's phone in a completely different language. So what's worse? In the most important conversations, like the high stakes ones, these misunderstandings are actually amplified. The cost of confusion is the highest when the stakes are highest. Imagine being on a multi-million or billion-dollar deal and a simple misunderstanding completely loses the whole project. So exactly how do you close the gap? How do you go from chaos and missed signals to clarity, alignment, and unbreakable understanding? Let's break this down into simple, actionable strategies. I'll share real-world stories and the why behind each method so that you can remember and actually use these in your next conversation. Number 1, start with alignment, not assumptions. People get this vitally wrong all the time. Too many leaders leap into solutions, skipping alignment altogether. Start by seeking agreement on the goal, even if opinions differ. Use reflective phrases like, "What I'm hearing is," and ask, "What are you hearing from me?" These tiny shifts dissolve misunderstandings up front before they even happen. Number 2, the feedback loop. Ultimately, your secret weapon. In a high stress or sensitive situation, repeat back what you've heard and invite others to do the same. The feedback loop always feels awkward at first, but it's bulletproof for eliminating confusion, especially when emotions run high. Number 3, preparation is half the victory. Before any vital conversation, plan your talking points. Even better, write them down. Have an agenda, even if it's only mental. This keeps the conversation on track and focused on the outcomes, not the distractions. Number 4, active listening. It's the art of full presence, and the majority of people actually mess this one up. Put away your phone, lock eyes, absorb, and don't just wait to reply. If you're so focused on the reply, I guarantee you're gonna miss what they're saying altogether. Show that you're listening with confirming comments like, "If I'm understanding you correctly." That one sentence can instantly melt resistance. Number 5, ask for the confirmation, not just the agreement. Get the other person to summarize and restate what they heard. This step is a complete game changer. It surfaces hidden confusion before it turns into problems. And number 6, make it visual. Document all the details. Don't just talk, actually write them down as well. Send a summary, action items, or next steps. Written clarity is remembered clarity. Those close loops, and they set up real accountability. A pro tip here, every time I have a phone conversation with somebody, I'm sending an email to them recapping the entire phone conversation. It's good for records keeping, it's good for legal in the future, and it keeps us both on the same page for what was discussed. Number 7, Use simple language, not jargon. Literally cut the fluff. Drop the industry lingo and say it as if you're explaining it to a 10-year-old. Genius is literally making the complex simple. And number 8, be vulnerable. Take responsibility for any miscommunication. Don't assume your message landed. Say, if I wasn't clear, that's on me. Could you repeat back what you heard? Those 2 items are literally going to clarify messages like you wouldn't believe. It disarms defensiveness and fosters genuine connection. And number 9 is context and awareness. Understand setting, culture, and more importantly than anything, body language. Listening with your ears only, you're missing out on 85% or more on what's actually being said by others or what they hear you speak. Yes, that's right. Their body language will show you what they are hearing from you without them verbally even saying a word. The body language will provide more clues than what they are actually saying verbally. I repeated myself because I wanted to make sure that you hear that. So here's where most people struggle. These strategies feel slow or even patronizing at first. You might worry about sounding condescending or taking too much time. But here's the reality. The risk of not doing this is actually far worse. Misunderstandings breed resentment, sabotage results, and they actually cost you far more time in the long run. The real pros know the most successful teams and leaders repeat, clarify, and check for understanding ruthlessly. In fact, the top CEOs, leaders, and negotiators, and even hostage crisis teams use these same methods. Why? Because the stakes for them are literally life and death. So here's the big twist. The best communicators don't just transmit what they're saying, they actually test for understanding again and again. They embrace the feedback loop. They encourage honest questions and summarize the next steps. And in fact, they go out of their way to surface resistance, asking, which part do you feel hesitant about? Or what doesn't sit right about that? Because that's where the hidden misalignments actually hide. And here's the pro tip that very few talk about. Clarity is actually a team sport. The moment you make it safe for others to clarify, question, or even push back, you literally unlocked higher trust, better solutions, and a real culture of excellence in every piece of communication that you have with almost every person. So the next time you're in a crucial conversation, don't rely on hope. Don't assume. Use these clarity tactics instead. Align on purpose. Actively listen and confirm what's being said. Ask others to summarize. Document outcomes. Keep it simple, direct, and human. And invite feedback, not just agreement. The cost of misunderstood conversations is enormous, but with these strategies, you'll build trust, get results, and become the kind of leader people will want to follow. Don't just communicate, you're actually connecting, clarifying, and you're conquering the hardest thing that anybody could ever do, and that is to communicate effectively. So if this opened your eyes and gave you some insight on how to be a better communicator, on how to have better conversations, and how to be better understood while better understanding other people, you know, it's a hard lesson to chalk this up and try to understand it, right? But if you don't, well, that just becomes another misunderstood conversation. So do me a favor, share below what some of your examples are and taking this into the real world. Try yourself on it, push yourself to new boundaries, and test yourself by utilizing the things that we discussed in this video. In theory, it works, but in practice, it's a whole nother story. Practice makes perfect, so go out there and try.